guys, welcome back to another video. This time around we'll be taking a look at the difference between an FPV drone and a regular video drone. I'm gonna take you through the steps of what it means to have this versus this. Let's go. So let's start off first with the FPV drone. This is the DJI Avata 2. And it is, I think, currently the best FPV drone on the market, at least on the consumer level, on a level where you just get to buy the drone, plug it in and fly away. I have so much fun flying this, and well, let me take you through what the difference between this and a regular drone is, because I get a lot of questions from people asking me, should they get the Avata or should they get like something like a Mavic or an Air drone, which is a GPS video drone. Now these drones are flown with goggles, so this is the first person view and you put this on and you are literally inside the drone. And if you buy yourself a remote controller, because the Avata comes with that remote handle controller, which I don't find it to be very fun, so I bought a separate remote controller for that manual flight experience, and you can do stuff like this. And FPV drones are the only drones where you can fly vertically, do loops and all sorts of wonderful things. But you do need a lot of practice, and a simulator on your computer is a necessary thing. I would recommend the Liftoff video game, which is just amazing, and put in at least around 100 hours of simulator flight time before you actually fire up this and go full manual. Otherwise you will crash. Now the video drone in this video is the DJI Air 3S. This is the maximum amount of drone that I'm allowed to fly with my license because it's under 900 grams. I was actually hoping to buy the new Mavic 4 Pro, but that one is, I think, a little bit too heavy, and it's also much more expensive than this one. But this gets the job done, and well, here's the difference. This drone flies itself. The remote controller is only used to tell the drone to go forward, backwards, to rotate, to go up and down, but the drone does everything on its own. So it's really hard to crash this, especially when it has omnidirectional sensing, so it senses the objects around it and it will not crash, whereas the DJI Avata 2 has just front-facing sensors, and these are not really used for avoiding obstacles, which means that it's so much easier to crash the Avata 2 compared to this. So this is a safe way to fly, and the FPV is a more thrilling way to fly. Okay, so what is the big difference between flying this and a regular video drone? Well, as I mentioned before, the video drone, if you push the joystick forward, it will tilt and fly forward, whereas with an FPV drone in manual settings, you push the joystick forward, it starts to spin forward and spin left and spin right and just go up and down. So one axis is for the throttle and all the other axes are for just rotating the drone. So you really need to have control over the drone with your sticks, because if you let go of the sticks, the drone isn't going to level itself out. It's just going to continue spinning around. This is why a flight simulator very important. On the other hand, something like this can be flown by somebody like this. Although he's too young, you have to be at least 16 years old for the regulations to apply, because it is a video drone with a camera and you require the C1 license to fly this, as well as the Avata. But with FPV, there is another restriction. Now you see, every drone that has a camera and that isn't a toy requires you to register as a pilot. And there's a whole bunch of registration categories. Currently I have the C1 and the subcategory A1, A3, which allows me to fly drones up to 900 grams in weight, and I cannot fly over assemblies of people, and I cannot fly close to people. So coming out here is ideal for flying drones, except if you have those guys back there. You have to be very careful if you have other people in the sky, because they have the advantage over you, because they're alive and you're just flying a drone. Which brings me to that Avata 2 and FPV. Now, because you have goggles when you're flying the drone, you don't have line of sight over the drone. That means that you need to have a spotter person to look out if there's anything else in the sky. So keep that in mind, especially if you have guys with parachutes which you cannot hear as they fly overhead. Really important. Ah, the little drone, the little teeny tiny drone. Drone flying also means that you have to have a whole bunch of gear and backpacks. This is where the Avata 2 shines over other DJI FPV drones because it's really small and you can pack it up. And well, it's just an amazing thing to fly. I'm enjoying this so much, and you can get some really cool videos with this. However, with this, you can get really cinematic because it has a 3x zoom, so you can really, get those tighter, depth of field, frame, focal length shots. And well, here's an example. I mean, only this type of drone can get you that type of shot. Now, one thing to consider as well is the battery life. Now, video drones typically have a very long-lasting battery. On the Air 3S, it's rated around 45 minutes, and I think you can get like 35 minutes out of one battery, whereas the Avata 2 has a little bit shorter lifespan. It's about 15 minutes, so that's as much as you can get with one single battery charge. Also, very important to know, I had to buy a 100-watt charger. Actually, you can have a 65-watt charger to charge the 3 batteries of the Air 3S, because a normal smartphone plug-in charger is not strong enough to charge the batteries in that 80 or 60 minutes. It would last, I think, 3 days to charge all 3 batteries. So, something to think about. DJI should sell a charger with the drone. Hey Alex, did you enjoy flying the drone?
Yes, full.
It was nice. What was the best thing about flying the drone?
Flying.
Is it hard or is it easy?
Easy, so easy.
It's so easy. You want to try the FPV?
No.
So it all depends on what kind of videos you want to make. If you want to go crazy, go with the FPV and the flight simulator. And if you want to go cinematic video and much more controlled and much more drone tracking you, because this does not track you and the other drone tracks you really well. I mean, that's basically the choice. Price-wise, they're both priced about the same. So that's it for me, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button and consider subscribing for the algorithm. And if you want to stay on the channel, then watch this video over here. Thank you, and I'll see you in this one. Bye-bye.